100,000, and I'm going to load for 100,000. Now, let me dispel a couple of things. When we say buy, sometimes there's some pushback because people say we're not buying anything. Yes, we are. And I need you guys to understand what this certificate is and what it is not. When you exchange $100,000 for the certificate, that certificate will do nothing unless you load it. So it is a buy. You are buying a financial instrument, a certificate that has 6 block folios sitting inside of that certificate. You can load any number of those block folios you wish, but you must fully load at least one for the certificate to begin activating. So you are buying the certificate and loading the block folios. This is critical. This is mission critical. Buying the certificate, loading the block folios. You earn a weekly reward on the price of the certificate based on how many blocks you load. And you can stack those returns anywhere from 2.5 all the way up to 22% based on how many block folios you load. So this morning I was all exuberant because my friend said he's going to do 200,000, and when he said it, it literally was going to increase his 200,000 USDT to 746,000 USDT in 24 months because he was only going to load the fintech. Well, I got super excited and I said, why aren't I doing it? Okay, now check this out. I'm totally in. I'm, as they say, as Stephen McNeil says, 10 toes down. I'm in this to win this. I'm not playing games here. I'm not trying to soft pedal or, tiptoe through the tulips. I'm all the way in. And every single month that I earn my commissions, I am taking a significant portion. My bottom line is 40% now. It used to be 30. Now I'm taking 40% of every dollar I earn, and I'm putting it right back into certificates. Well, so 200,000 have been good. That's like a little bit below my 40%. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and drop 200,000 in as well. This fear gripped me like I've never felt anything in my life. And I was like, why am I afraid of this? So I'm going to make this bold statement to you guys. The only thing that can stop these certificates and you earning any amount of crypto rewards you choose is fear. Our number one job is to build the belief of the people inside our community. Dr. Ty Best used to always say, the one hurdle you've got to get over for people when they matriculate into this network marketing space is they don't believe they can do it. They're afraid. Some fear is permeating inside of their mindset and is disallowing them to really go for it, even if they have the money. So tonight's stream is really dedicated to you guys who are starting to speak to some people of high net worth. Now, this will work with all the certificates, but it really works for high net worth. Case in point, the strategy I'm going to show you tonight, David peaked the game for me, and he's going to make me another 300,000 or 400,000 USDT. The amount I was going to make with 200,000 would have been around 750,000. If you're doing this with $1,000, you'll make about 7,500. If you're doing this with 10,000, you'll make about 70,500 with the strategy I was showing you. But David is going to take us to another level. So David, I'm going to have you unmute yourself, and I'm going to have you walk me through what I need to do. Now, a couple of things that I'm going to do live on this call is I'm going to liquidate some G Euro because I have an axe to grind. Yes, I do, because people think the G Euro is not liquid. And we're going to prove on the stream that it is. So, David, I want you to come out and just say hello to everybody, and then I'm going to do a quick screen share, and I'm going to execute an exchange of G Euro to the token everybody believes in, USDT. So, good evening to you, Mr. Jennings, and thank you for joining me tonight.
You're welcome, Coach. Yeah, I just met up with Farid Mahdi. I'm in Tampa, Florida, so we just had a nice little meal, and it's time to make some money. So Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, real quick, we were looking at 200,000. Only reason that even came to mind is I have two clients when I get back. A couple, they want to do 200,000, so I ran the numbers for them, and then I have another couple that already did 150. They wanted to do 200 as well. So when I saw you doing that 200 this morning, my instinct was to do exactly what you did. That was you just do the prana, buy the 100,000, and then just put another 100 in there. So you just have to compound or withdraw just one certificate. And then one of my clients was like, well, David, let's look at 10 of the natures. Now that's 10 of the 5,000, only filling 3 of the block folios. So only filling fintech, renewables, and real estate, which that's a nice little look. That one pays you about 27,000 a month. Then Fard and myself, we were running through some numbers, and then we looked at 4 of the fires filling all 4 of the block folios. That one, I think, took the cake. And we can play with it real quick just to confirm, but that one pays about 26,000 a month, but gets you 1,136,000 looking at the fires. So that one, but you got to fill all 4 block folios for that one.
Okay.
So when you look
go
at
ahead,
it,
David. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you look at it, we can even pull up that compound calculator because I use the same one and just play with the numbers. But the 4 fires filling 4 block folios was substantially better than just 1 prana with 1 block folio.
So here's what I'm going to do, because guys, listen, I'm not that dude that's going to go through a whole lot of machinations and calculations. My superpower is I kind of love network marketing because you're always going to have people in the network smarter than you. Let me ask Nikki Knox. Miss Nikki Knox, have you done any of these calculations yet as it relates to doing, as what David is saying, do like 10 fires instead of 1 prana?
Well, when I did the 10 fires, it actually, doing 10 fires at 1 block folio gives you the same thing you'll get with the 1 prana. I only did the next one I did when I knew you was doing 200,000. I did a heart. I did 2 hearts, and I increased it by like $100-some thousand, like $800-some thousand. I didn't get a chance to really get into it, but so yeah, don't do that prana.
Okay, so I think no matter what the numbers come out, I think the general consensus is don't do the prana. Now, let me do something here very important. Let me share my screen here. And where's my, all right, this. Let me do this, David, before I get too deep in the woods and have somebody coming after me. Let me read this brief disclaimer. All right, so this presentation is for the exclusive purpose of educating the community, members and users of our product, services, and potential rewards programs found on the GS Partners global platform, powered by Swiss Valorum Bank Ltd. Every effort has been made to accurately represent the GS Partners Rewards Plan and its income potential. This includes information pertaining to the Swiss Valorum Bank Ltd. Online Introducing Partner Program, the IPP, granting access to GS Partners global platform through API. All earnings or income examples will depend solely on the ideas, techniques, knowledge, skill, and time vested into your independent business. GS Partners Global, powered by Swiss Valorum Bank, does not guarantee any results for any decisions you make in relation to promoting our products or your business. All income examples shown in this presentation are not to be considered average earnings. We're not financial advisors. We are not offering financial advice. Swiss Valorum Bank Ltd., as mentioned in GS Partners Global, powered by Swiss Valorum Ltd., is the newest member of the GSB group within the A-Class Private Banking License L11862/SVB, Swiss Valorum Bank, license in Autonomous Island of Ajuan, Union of Comoros. Additionally, GS Partners Global, powered by Swiss Valorum Bank Ltd., does not offer services involving the receiving of any fiat from the customer and will not manage, lease, loan, or use any fiat assets such as USD, Euro, GBP, or any other legal currency in any process of the service or products provided on the platform. You can also register with the IPP without any obligation to start distribution activities for GS Partners Global, powered by Swiss Valorum Bank Ltd. GS Partners Global, powered by Swiss Valorum Bank Ltd. is not a trading platform. It takes no responsibility for any trading losses, financial risk, or in general any investment risk that may occur by using the entity's software or blockchain solutions. Important notice, all the fiat currency numbers are for the equivalent purpose orientation only. All right, that's very important to get that out. Now, let's get into this scenario of moving some funds into our certificate and making the money grow for us. So one of the things I'm going to share with you is I'm in my daughter's account. I'm going to share that screen and I'm going to show you live in real time. She's got 42,186. Now, where did that money come from? We're not really even building this. If you can see here, her GSP portfolio, she has 8 active people on her team, only 33 in her complete global team, 1,095 people that may or may not be doing the business. Her highest ever rank was national. Last month she hit regional. She currently has no rank. You can look down here and it shows you the blockchain. Fard Makte says, tell the truth like the blockchain.
Recording in progress.
David, can you see my screen? I want to make sure I'm transmitting. You're seeing my screen here, what I'm talking about, aren't you?
Yes, sir. We can see
Okay,
it.
good. I was making sure wasn't showing my Lydian World screen on my other computer. All right, so cool. So you can see here, I'm not just talking about it. We're actually, you can't lie about this stuff because it's on the blockchain. And right here is showing that she has $0 in personal volume, and on her Infinity, she has 0 volume in Infinity. What am I showing this to you for? I'm showing this because a lot of times people say, well, of course you're making money because, you're building a big team. No, not making money because we're building a big team. This particular account, I'm utilizing it to show you, you don't have to have a big team and you can still generate fortunes in crypto rewards. So let's go up here and let's take a look at the dashboard. That's right here. Okay, 42,146. Now I'm trying to do 200,000 in this account, so I'm going to need $158,000 dumped over here, and I'm going to get it from my own personal account. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to now share my screen on my personal account, and I'm going to show you some G Euro, and I'm going to convert it into USDT, and for the purpose of sending now some G Euro, some USDT, and maybe some Bitcoin over here to fulfill the rest of this order. So let me see what's going on right here. Financial. Oh, okay, I got you. Withdrawal. All right. And let me share the screen here. And here we go. Okay, so here's my back office. And as you can see the balances. Every coin you click on, the balance will show up. Now check this out. Now this is crazy. I want to see how much USDT, BEP, BEP20 I have. I got $535. How about Ethereum? I got 39.86 Ethereum. That's $76,000. What if I want to use some Pax Gold? I've got a little Pax Gold. Tron, I've got $7,989 worth of Tron. I've got some staters over here, some BUSD, $4,000 of BUSD. I've got some TRC20, 31,000 in TRC20, which don't ask me for it. It's already promised out to somebody, so nobody asked me for any crypto right now because I'm running on almost empty right now. And somebody, make Kevin Thompson a host as well. I see his hand up. I love to have his assistance here. We got some G999, Mike Johnson. Do not talk smack about me, brother. Just haven't had time to do anything with it, so I don't want to hear it. Okay, so G999, we got some Bitcoin here. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh, there's some Bitcoin. There's some Tether and G999, as I said, and XLT, and so forth and so on. Okay, so I need 158,000. I've got some G Euro over here, and what I want to do is I want to go to financial and exchange. I want to go to financial and exchange. I click this drop down, and there's the G Euro, and I've got $6,849. I'm only going to move 5,000 just to show you that I can, because the Euro is stronger than the USD. it's going to give me 5,324 USDT. Now, here's what's amazing. Somebody, I may or may not give a prize for this. Y'all know how I am. Somebody type in the chat room, what is the value of the crypto you're putting into the system? In other words, if you put in $10,000 in Bitcoin or $10,000 in Ethereum or $10,000 in BEP20 or $10,000 in Tron, what is the value it's reading? Is it reading it in BTC, ETH? What is it reading it in? What coin? What token? USDT, okay? Everybody answer that at the same time, so no prizes are given, but I appreciate you for participating. Thank you for playing. All right, so it's in USDT. Which is stronger, USDT or Euro? G-Euro, which is stronger? Which is a more valuable currency? G-Euro, okay. So if you USDT in, but you paid out in G-Euro, are you getting a raise just on conversion? Yes or yes? Okay, so my 5,000 G-Euro, it went in USDT. I got paid out in G-Euro, and my 5,000 G-Euro is giving me another bump, 53.24. That may not mean anything to you guys. Do it all day long and see if it means something to you. All right, so I'm gonna click there to confirm. Bam, I got my 53.24 USDT that I can use to add into what I'm sending over to my daughter's account. Now, magic, like magic, I'm going to withdraw. Here's another sacred cow I need to kill immediately. People say, well, you got to hold it on the platform. You don't have full control of your funds. I beg to differ. Okay, so I'm going to click on my USDT. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to copy my daughter's tether address right here real quick. And there it is. And you don't see, well, you see on my screen what I'm doing. I'm going to copy the address right here. And then I'm going to go over here to my, what are you looking at? You're looking at mine. Okay, I copied the address and I'm going to paste it here and see if I already saved it. And yes, I did. There's my daughter, Kayla. Make sure the addresses match, Nikki, so Nikki Knox won't fire me. All right, she said, check the first four and the last four. And I did that, Nikki. You should be proud of me right now. And now I can only move 50,000 USDT at a time. Somebody says, aha, there's a gimmick. I knew it. I knew there was a catch. All right, so just hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let me put in my 2FA right quick. And let's see, and excuse me, y'all, for this boring part. This is the boring part, but I also want to train a little bit. All right, so the withdrawal is generated, but aha, you can only do 50,000, Mike Dalco. Well, let's just kind of test that theory. I just got my email for 50,000. I'm gonna click approve. Watch the bottom right-hand corner of my screen. You should see that it will pop up a withdrawal in just a second here. And that was not it. That was a commission being earned. And now it should pop up in just a second here. It'll say withdrawal.
Yeah, you understand.
There it is. Withdrawal complete. Somebody can mute that mic for me. I would appreciate it.
On the stage.
Grab that mute for me. All right, thank you. All right, so there's the withdrawal. You just saw it happen. It just popped out of my wallet right there. It was 413 in USDT. Let me refresh my screen. Let's see what it went to. And there it goes. USDT right here. And Kevin, Fard, David, if anything I'm doing, if you want to correct me on it, feel free to do so. And, oh, okay, it went to 413. Okay, it went to 413. It was 450 something, 460 something. Went to 413. All right. And how do you know it went? There it is, 50,000. All right. So I've dispelled two myths for the naysayers or the scared. I've dispelled two myths. Number one myth: the G-Euro is not liquid. We just proved that. Number two, you don't have full control of your wallet. We just proved that. I just sent 50,000 USDT off the platform. So both myths dispelled. Here's the third one. Yeah, but you didn't get to send 100,000. You were only able to send 50. Okay, well, let's quickly dispel that one. Let's go find my daughter's wallet again. Make sure I don't put in David's wallet because David don't need no more money the way he building this thing right now. All right, there she is. Submit again. And oh, look, it's asking for a 2FA. So let's see if it's going to let me send 100,000 in seconds here. 2FA. Confirm. And oh, look, it just sent it. Now all I got to do is wait for my email. And once my email comes, that triple core security, there it is. I'm going to approve this email. And there's the second 50,000. Approve. And like, uh-oh, it's not going to work. Yep, it worked. So withdrawal generated, you should see it drop in the lower right-hand corner, that second 50,000, and there it is. Now, I still don't quite have enough in my daughter's account. One of the things I wanted to share with you guys is the withdrawals inside the system are instant. They're instant. They show up, and just to prove it, let me go over here and let me stop my share and share my other screen. And look, here it is. It went from 42,000 to 142,000. Those transfers are instant. And not only are they instant, they are also free. It's an internal transfer. There are no fees.
Coach, real quick, so you took 50,000 out of the same account twice. You just can't do more than 50 at once, but you can do 50, 50, 50.
Exactly. All
Got
day.
it. Okay.
All day. So far, I have 142,000 over here. I really need to do another 58,000. So I know that I've been telling people I can't send you crypto right now because I try my best to be of service to the community. You guys know we lost a huge pillar of our community, Dr. Ty Best. And Dr. Best would do a lot of these provisions for us and provide the liquidity we need to do this. So the fact that he's not around is a big loss. And so I needed to hold back some of my crypto so that I could do something for my family. So I'm still going to bust my butt to make sure I can provide for the people who need it. We also have a crypto broker that can help you acquire crypto when you need it. But I've been trying to gear up for this so that I could do something big here for my future. And the reason why I'm doing this call tonight with you guys and with David Jennings is I want us to get fired up. I want us to get really fired up about, number one, pushing yourself. If you're sitting on some money out there, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? There's only one reason. It's fear. Because I'm literally showing you that it works. That's the purpose of the stream tonight. And number two, if you know some people with money, why are you not calling? Why are you not calling them? I don't really understand it. I don't get that. You're not calling these folks. They're letting their money sit in a stupid bank. And there's nothing even remotely close to GS Partners. We're on fire. Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to wait on this. Notification to pop in. And then I need to do 8,000 more USDT. So let me just go ahead and do that while I wait on that one. 8,000. And then let me put this in here. There she is. And this should give me more than enough to do what I need to do. And then we can have some fun. I won't bore you anymore.
Coach Dalgo?
Yes, go ahead. Let it rip.
I just want you to know, sir, that you over here cooking up all these grits at breakfast time in the AM. For those of us that's on the East Coast, I wanted to just kind of chime in here, sir, because I noticed that a few other people popped in on the line maybe just a little later than when you first anticipated. Would you do us a huge favor and just run it back as to what you're doing right now? really, really want these people to tap in. We want folks to really understand. I'm sure that there's some new individuals that probably got in here that don't know a clue about what you're doing. So could you just take a brief moment while you letting the system set up for you to talk about what you're doing, please?
Yeah, so I am making a large exchange, a large deposit of 200,000 USDT in order to grow my portfolio. And David, it was showing me the best way to structure it. Now, a lot of times we talk about structuring the deals, and we want to make sure that people get a chance to understand there's multiple ways to do this. There's not one way to do it, but there are some ways that will maximize your money. All right, and I think I did something wrong on the 50,000. So let me do the 50,000 one again. I'm sitting here trying to talk and entertain you guys, but I definitely think I dropped the ball. So let me pause for the cause for a minute. But to speak on what Mr. Thompson is saying, I'm going to put this 200,000 USDT to work. I'm not going to let it sit there in my back office and wait for somebody to say, hey, can you send me 50,000 USDT? I need to secure my future and put this money to work. And these certificates are the best way to do that. That's what I'm doing.
Coach, could you go in and double check your withdrawal notifications real quick?
Yeah, he got to check his email. Have him check his email.
Yeah, because I don't want you to. I mean, we understand this. It's liquid on your dashboard, but I wouldn't want you to have to make a withdrawal twice, right?
Well,
just double check your withdrawals.
Here's what's crazy though, Mr. Thompson. If I withdraw it twice, guess where it's going to be? It's going to be in my daughter's back office with no fees.
Yeah, he just needs to approve his email.
Yeah, I just approved it again. So you should see that pop up in the bottom right-hand corner here as a withdrawal for 50K, which also proves that Mike Dalco just sent 158,000 USDT in a few minutes. All right. So very, very vital that we understand exactly, ladies and gentlemen, how this thing is rolling. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump over into my daughter's account and get this started because I'm definitely doing something wrong, Kevin. And no worries, I'll make sure that I don't double do it because I still didn't get the email. But we'll make sure we do it before we close this call. Now, David, I'm going to kind of defer to you, and I'm going to let you walk me through what you need me to do.
Okay. Yeah, I just reran the numbers because I would hate to be the catalyst for us losing money, 200, anything. So the 10 natures is better than 4 fires. I've confirmed that the 4 fires only, and this is only, gives you $500 or 500,000 in bonuses.
Oh,
Whereas
only. Oh, okay.
only. It
okay,
only. I apologize. I apologize for that. So it only gives you 500,000 in bonuses, and the 4 fires only pays $26,000 per month, or USDT per month.
That's terrible.
Yes, it's so bad. But the 10 natures gives 27,000 USDT monthly, and that gives you a 525,000 or USDT bonus at the end of the full term. So the 10 natures is the way to go. So my 2 separate couples that are doing 200,000 will be doing the 10 natures.
All right, I got you. Okay, so let me do something real quick. Stand by 1 second. I'm gonna move some Bitcoin over here too. All right, that address is there. Stand by, everybody. There we go. All right, so David, which certificate am I going to buy? I'm going to buy the fire certificate, you said?
No. We're going with the natures. The natures is the green looking one. The nature is 10 natures. That's
and I'm
the
doing
best
10
option.
natures.
I apologize for the 10 worth of withdrawals or compounds, but yes, sir. If you want to make an additional 25,000 and an extra 1,000 a month, you're going to need to go with the 10 natures.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so Let's go over here to elemental certificates, everybody. I'm going to click on purchase. Now, one of the reasons I did not want to do the 10 natures, and there's that 50,000 dropping in right there. One of the reasons why I did not want to do the 10 natures, everybody, is because I'm kind of lazy. I'm just keeping it real. I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to click all those buttons. But I mean, my wife and I, the reason why we're doing this stream so late, my wife and I spent hours clicking buttons and withdrawing today because a gentleman by the name of Steve Carter and one of his other business partners, they were teaching me, like, Michael, why are you doing all these compounds? You could take the money and put it in another certificate. That's exactly what I did. We compounded, we withdrew today $78,000.
I'm on, brother Mike.
Say it again.
I'm on, brother.
Okay, there he is. Yeah, so Steve Carter, yeah. Thank you, Steve, for peeping game. We withdrew $78,000 USDT today, and I'm putting that 78,000 along with another 125K out of my pocket. I'm using funds out of my withdrawals, not out of my reserves. That's what the eye opener was for me, Steve. So thank you, brother.
Anytime, brother. You know I love you, man.
Hey, man, I love you even more right now. You just put some money in my pocket. Okay, so David, I'm going to purchase, and I'm going to the nature.
David, I sent you a text, okay?
All right.
I got it.
All right. Is that text something I need that needs to be urgent?
No, you're outside of your buy 3 get 1 free, so that doesn't.
Oh yeah,
that doesn't apply.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm a founding partner. I buy one get one free. Sponsor a new partner. I'm not doing any of the razzle dazzle. This is good. This is straight out the person that's solo millionaire looking for somewhere to park their money. No razzle dazzle. If they're brand new, they are gonna get 3 for 1 now. So keep in mind, if somebody does show up and they're brand new, they buy 3, they're gonna get 1 free. So keep that in mind when you're structuring the deal for the folks as well. All right.
Hey, Mr. Darko.
Yes.
Hold on, Mr. Darko. Who this account you doing this in? Who was the sponsor?
Oh man, see now they're poking the bear. I'm trying to stay calm and conversational and professional. They're poking the bear. The voice you just heard is the inimitable Mr. Fard Makdi. And Fard is like our Lydian world expert, but he's also he can structure the deals with the best of them. This is in my daughter's account, who was sponsored by my wife, who was sponsored by me. What are you trying to say, Mr. Mike?
Okay, so 10 natures in that account will give your wife that will give her 10 certificate purchases on the elemental bonuses that we get. So yes, she will not get a free one. However, that's the elemental certificate bonus on the reports. If she sponsor a new person, and that new person get 1 certificate, she will start getting free certificates. That's how it works.
Look.
See. I told you about breakfast in the evening, coach.
Just tell you, coach.
Grits, eggs.
These
turkey
guys,
bacon.
these guys always mess up I'm a very professional guy. I want y'all to know that. These guys, they come in, they poke the bear. They always make me seem unprofessional. I got to show y'all this. Look at this right here. All right, now I want y'all to see something because we're going to do this in real time. This is my back office. And this little ribbon here shows you what your rank is so far this month. I'm currently international executive. Now keep that in mind because if we ever try to teach y'all everything that's in this ecosystem, you will quit the business. It's so massive. But what's about to happen is a couple of these transfers is on one of my lines that's going to make me hit ambassador on day 1. Ambassador would be locked in for mid-month, but I'm going for crown. But ambassador alone means I'm going to probably earn 40, 50,000 mid-month USDT. So the 100,000 you thought I put in, I'm getting all that back by the end of the month. I'm not ever gonna lose $1, and my money's gonna wild out for 36 months. Okay.
And how much your wife get paid for that?
Say it again, Miss Nikki Knox, a little louder.
And how much your wife get paid for them transactions?
So on the 100,000 transfer we're about to do, my wife's gonna make 15,000 of that 100,000, and I'm gonna make 5,000. So the family's gonna earn 20,000 off the gate.
It's called OPM, other people's money.
You get $100,000 in assets on a discount.
I don't think we can get through this. Okay, David, let me stop them from talking and you just talk, brother. All right.
Yeah, let's
so
get the
I'm going to
clicking
click
then.
on the nature.
Yeah.
I'm going to exchange now, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to use tether until I run out. All right. Confirm. Now, I just bought the certificate. Do I buy another or do I start loading?
I say let's buy all 10, make sure we have 10, then we start loading.
All right, so I'm going to click on exchange for one more. Now, I wish I could see my other back office. You can. Let me stop this. I gotta help the people that don't quite get how maddening this thing is. Just the technology should make you join right now. Even if you don't know what the hell is going on, you should join. Watch this right here. Now I'm going to buy another one. I'm going to click. I'm going to tell you when I buy it. Okay, here we go. Exchange now. Tether, confirm, confirm. 5, 4, 3, there it is. Boom.
That's number 2.
All right, let's do another one. Let's do another one. All right, confirm. Nature. That's 3.
That's 3.
Let's do another one. That's 4.
Number 4.
Another one. And you see, as I'm saying 4, it's popping in my back office.
Yeah.
That's 5.
That's 5.
Real-time commissions. Real-time rewards.
Instant.
All right. Now let me go back and share the screen that I'm buying on so that you guys see full disclosure what's happening. All right. So here I am. Now, David, I need to go check for a second, make sure that I'm not overbuying because I'm a little exuberant. So let me click on my certificates and let's click on the nature and let's see what we've got going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay. So I need to get back to work. I'll stop talking so much. So let me go to purchase, nature. How many do I have, David? I've got 6. That was 7.
This is going to be number 7.
That's 8. Oh, I went too fast. There we go. And 9. I think my number is right. I'm going to stop and count again just to be sure. Went too fast. Let's go count them.
And for those looking, you can actually click the actual certificate and see the exact ones. That's new.
Say it again, David.
You can click the actual certificate that you have, the style, whether it be nature, fire, and then pull up all the certificates that are just that. That's pretty trick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I got 8. I got 2 more to go. Y'all bear with me, everybody. I think this will be worth your while. 9 right here. And 1 more. Oh, and check this out. Now, I'll go ahead and confirm that one. Now, check this out. Absolutely incredible company right here. Look, you see that international? We'll refresh my screen. Ambassador. See it? See, what I'm trying to teach is sometimes, man, you can drive your own rank. The thing that stops us is fear. I rebuke fear tonight in you guys because the people make these statements like, "Yeah, Mike, well, you got a lot of money." No. Listen to me. A person that starts with $2,000 can do exactly what I'm doing. A person that starts with $200 can do exactly what I'm doing. Look, $1 doubled every year is $1 million in just 20 years. You say that's a long time. Who remembers 20 years ago? 2013. Who remembers 2013? That's when I joined my last network marketing company, the one that I had the most success in. That was 20 years ago. That was 10 years ago. All right, 20 years is coming anyway. I'll be 60 next year. I remember 40. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. You gotta start somewhere. The people that say, well, I don't have as much money as you, and so my money, a double is a double. A double doesn't care if it's $1 or $1 million. A double is just a double. What screen are you looking at now? I'm getting all carried away. Okay, that's my screen. Okay, so let's go back over here to the screen where I'm making the purchases. Now, I've got 10 certificates, and now we're going to fill them, correct, David?
Yes, sir. We're filling 3 of them. We're filling fintech, renewables, and real estate.
Oh, we only have to fill 3?
Only have to fill 3.
Oh,
that would be 20 grand. It's 20 grand times 10 is 200.
All right, just so everybody will see this now, we bought 10 natures. That was 50,000. Look, 150,000 on the dashboard to the penny. All right, so let's go in here and let's fill these certificates, and let's make some calculations so we can prove if Mr. David Jennings knows what he's talking about. We're going to prove it tonight. All right, so let's go to our nature certificates, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to go as fast as I can, and I'm going to fill 3 blocks. I'm going to click on load now. I'm going to click on max. Let's see if I got enough Bitcoin to fill this one. Let's see. I'm not sure if I do or not. Balance insufficient. Okay, no worries. Let's go to USDT, ERC20, max. I've got 122,000. This should be enough to fill quite a few of them. All right, that's that one block. Then I want to go up here to renewables, and I want to fill the second block with USDT, max, fill, and then I'll go up here and fill the real estate block. There's also promotional blocks and stuff here. I don't have time to teach on that right now, but I will say stay locked into the WBW Telegram group. Crypto Steve does lots of trainings on these. We do trainings all the time. But what you'll see now on this certificate is 50% loaded. That means 3 of the 6 blocks are loaded. And now I can just go on to my next one. So I'll hit my back browser, and it'll take me right back to where I left off. If I refresh my screen here, there it is. Those 3 are filled. Keep going, David.
Yes, sir.
All right. FinTech. Use the token of choice.
So I'll talk while you're doing that. You're basically getting 52,500 in bonuses every time you do that. So you multiply that times 10, that's 525,000.
Oh, let's slow down. Okay, let's slow down. All right, this is why we came tonight. Tanisha Glaspie has her hand raised. Ms. Glaspie, did you have something you want to say?
I don't want to interrupt this, but I did, because there are some new people on here that don't really know what you're doing.
Okay.
So if you could go over what we do for them, I don't want to stop this.
Okay. All right, no, let's do that. That's okay. This is good. It's late at night. Nobody's required to be here unless you want to be. So we're not forcing anybody to stay up late. We just want to force people to not be able to sleep if you do stay up with us. That's what we want to do. All right. So all we're doing for the new people, we're taking some of our money. We're converting it into cryptocurrency, a digital form of currency. We're not buying or selling crypto. We're exchanging dollars for crypto. We're putting our dollars into another asset. We own it. We're taking our owned digital asset and we're putting it into a digital certificate on a blockchain. And the professionals are taking our digital currency and growing it for us and returning to us our profits. I cannot make that simpler, and I will not let you make it more complicated. That is it. Take your dollars, convert them into crypto. You own that crypto asset. Give it to the exchangers on the blockchain. They will work your funds for you and return to you your profits. What am I doing? I'm putting money into different sectors. The fintech, financial technology sector, I'm gonna put $5,000 into that sector, and it's gonna earn for me. We're gonna talk about what that earns in 1 second. But I loaded 5,000 into fintech. Now I want to load 5,000 into renewables. So let me do that, and then I'm going to go back and tell you what happened when I did it. So I just loaded 5,000 into renewables. That happened. And then I'm going to also fill the real estate. You can fill as many blocks as you'd like. I'm going to fill this real estate space, and now we're going to talk about what happened, and I'm not going to keep you guys all night watching me do it. But trust and believe, this is going down. I didn't move all that currency for fun. Now I want to show you what David was teaching. So let's use this first one that we feel to show you what David was teaching me earlier today. And all we got to do is multiply what I'm about to show you times 10. That's the beauty of this. Okay, so what have I done? I have a $5,000 certificate that I loaded 5,000 into fintech, 5,000 into the renewable sector, and 5,000 into the real estate sector. What does that do for me? Well, let's see. The fintech sector is going to take my $5,000 that I loaded in it, and it's going to pay me 1.5 per month on that 5,000. What does that mean? 5,000 times 1.5% per month. That pays me $75 a month for 24 months. So I'm going to do times 24. That means I'm going to earn $1,800 on my $5,000 in 24 months. Plus, I'm going to get my original $5,000 back. Plus, I'm going to get a bonus. Is this right here, David?
You're getting, hold on for a quick second. So FinTech gives you a bonus of 17,500.
Okay, there we go. So I'm going to get a bonus of 17,500. So altogether, that certificate is going to give me 24,300 plus. So somebody write that number down, 24,300. I'm going to write it down because I got to add to that number. Plus, FinTech gives me 5% per week on my original price, $5,000, plus 4% per week on renewable stacked on it. That's 9, plus 3.5% per week on the real estate. So I'm going to get 12.5% on $5,000. David, am I doing okay right now?
That is correct. That is correct.
So what does that mean? That means on my $5,000 price, I'm going to get 12.5% per week for 52 weeks. That literally means I'm going to get $32,500 plus the 24,000. Is that $300? So my 15,000 is 5, 10, 15, 20. My 20,000 is now going to run me 56.8. Are my numbers correct, David?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're not, David. They're not
renewables and real estate. We still need those bonuses.
Yeah. We
Thank
still need those as
I
well.
need what's the renewables bonus?
Renewables is 20,000.
Oh my gosh. And what's the other bonus?
Real estate is 15,000.
Now, what I also didn't add in is the 1.5% per month for the other two portfolios. I'm not even going to add that. We don't need to. As you can see, I turned the 20 into 91. All I got to do is multiply that by 10. And when you combine it all, it's over $1 million.
Yeah.
What I was doing with the prana was going to be 746. David made me 300 and some $1,000 USDT. So I'm going to keep on clicking these buttons, and any of the leaders that would like to add in any commentary, feel free to do that. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask your questions while I continue to fill these certificates.
Just trying to figure out how you like those eggs over easy, scrambled,
Scramble
a little bit
hard.
of melted cheese.
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
this is Steve, brother. One of the things you said was just the fact that doubling your money every year is powerful, which I completely agree and concur. But also what DAP always talks about is if we just simply get people to look at the things that you're doing even now, you can expedite it so much faster rather than just waiting on your money to be the only thing working for you. So we just got to get more eyeballs on this, because what you're doing, brother, is so powerful that anybody that sees it would really make no logic whatsoever if they didn't get involved. So we just got to get this in front of more and more people, and that's what we do best.
That's the whole reason why I came on this stream tonight. I wanted to kind of like get rid of the fear. The fear is there, and it's gripping. You know, money is relative. If somebody has $100,000, 50,000 is half of their cash holdings. That's a lot of money. If somebody has $1 million, a half a million is 50% of their cash holdings. It's all relative. And so, you know, when you believe in a vehicle that's going to grow your assets, you got to go for it. So hopefully tonight, watching somebody do it will lift that lid and dispel some of that fear. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to add? Thank you for doing this, David.
You're welcome, sir.
Just give me this recording as soon as you can. That's all I need.
Thank you. We'll do. I'll make it available to the whole community. You guys can feel free to raise your hand if you have something you want to share. If you're not a co-host.
What's the first thing a new person needs to do that doesn't understand?
First thing a new person needs to do is sign up for their free account.
If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand, and I'll pull you on.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Glassby. Read those questions out of there for me.
Actually, Mr. Delco, can I just add a little bit of a caveat to the answer to your question about what the first thing a new person should do?
Yes.
The first thing that a new person on this line should do, or a new person that's seeing this, wherever you may be in the world, is get back with the person that invited you to the information and get their referral link and sign up with them. That's the first thing.
That's very good. That's very good, Mr. Thompson. And then if there's a part 1B, it would be, please plug in. Don't try to do this on your own strength. You really have to become another person to be uber successful in network marketing. You can't have maximum success doing things your own way. I was having a conversation with Mr. Hines today, and he was telling me about a guy who's just trying to do everything his own way and create his own systems. Don't do that. There are people already making $500,000 a month over here. You should do what they're doing. Don't be too smart for your own good. You know, if they already built a car, you don't have to make your own car. Just get one. They already have cars. David Jennings is an airline pilot. He doesn't have to build his own plane. He probably can, but you don't have to do that. Just go buy your G5.
What does plug-in mean? A lot of people ask me that question.
What does what mean?
What does plug-in mean?
Great question. So we have a community, all right? So like if you're a Christian, plugging in would mean going to church and going to Bible study, going to choir rehearsal or ushers rehearsal if you're in the on the usher board. It means becoming a part of the community. When they have an event online or live or a call, be on the call. Be on the corporate event calls and Zooms. Go to the destination events. Be on the power call every single day. Plug in. Why? Because you really need to become a different person to have the level of success you need. Les Brown always says, to have something you never had, you got to do something you've never done. And that something you've never done is become a part of something bigger than self. Don't recreate the wheel. Plug in. Get on the calls. Lock arms with the person that sponsored you. Do what they're doing.
We also have training every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it will explain the details so you'll understand more of what he's doing.
And let me say something else about learning. Sometimes, man, I hope this comes out right. Sometimes the more you know, the dumber you get. The more you know, the dumber you get. I had 3 people to start getting certificates with me that are friends of mine, and they didn't have a clue what I was doing. You know why they got the certificates? It's because they saw me in Malaysia, in the Seychelles, and then right behind that, we were back in Dubai. And they said, I don't know what you're doing, but what do I need to do? I said, bring me $10,000. And they were at my house with the cash. Because, folks, sometimes you can know a little bit too much and you start analyzing and you get analysis paralysis. Stop thinking so much. Stop overthinking. Look, when you get paid at work, your dad said, go put that money in the bank, boy. You ran your happy behind straight to the nearest bank that you saw on a TV commercial and you plopped your money on the counter. You don't know what they're doing with your money. They said, get your 401k. You went right over there and check the box for 2.5 on 401k. You don't know what's in the fund. I challenge anybody to tell me what's in your 401k. You don't know. Sometimes they say ignorance is bliss. Sometimes bliss will make you wealthy. You don't have to know everything. Follow the people that you trust. The person that brought you here, you trust that person. Tell them to open their back office and let you see what's happening back there. They'll open it. I tell folks, even the brand new people, you're already having success. If you have one certificate, 7 days later, cha-ching. So you don't have to be a millionaire to prove to people this works. Some of the people we have that are becoming our best referring partners had no desire to refer anyone, but they put $1,000 in the system and 7 days later they got $50 and they said, wait a minute. Had I put that in the bank, that would have been 0.05 cents. And they start telling all their friends. I'm over here making money. Anybody else want to chime in? Feel free to do it. If not, we'll go ahead and stop the stream and make this recording available. Does anybody else have a question? Are there any hands raised, Ms. Glaspie?
No hands are raised.
All right.
The person thinks they don't have, I don't have $200,000. How can I get started?
Do you have 200?
Absolutely.
If you have 200, you can get a Terra certificate when you first get started for your first 30 days. You can get yourself a Terra certificate and load that bad boy with $100. $100 to buy, $100 to load. And that thing will pay you the exact percentages that you're seeing this 200,000 pay. It's the same double. That's the game. Ms. Glassman, you're poking the bear. You're poking the bear.
These are just questions I get on a regular basis, or people just feel like they can't do it because they don't have a lot of money.
Those are the best questions ever. So good.
Someone said, can you show smaller certificates? The certificates start at $100, all the way up to $100,000. So he doesn't have to necessarily show it unless he wants to.
Yeah, sure thing. So look, when you go to My Certificates, it's going to show you all the certificates you have in your portfolio. That one right there is a $100 certificate. That's $100 to buy, and I loaded 4 sectors. That's $500. Folks, this thing is cranking. Look what it's doing. Look what it's doing. Withdraw. 232, 371, 530, 424, 590. Try that at your bank. It always works, folks. It's just math. That's $100 one, so no excuse. If you got $200, you're in the game. You're doubling $200. 200 doubled in a year is 400, 800, 16, 3,200, 6,400, 128,000 in 6 years. Don't play. A double is a double. Just go make it happen. No excuses.
Whoa, coach, slow down. Can you say that one more time, please?
Absolutely.
One more time. 200 is what?
Look, y'all, here's a calculator. All of y'all have one. So use it. $200 in year one. Year two, I'm sorry, hold on. 200. Where's my multiplication? Okay. Doggone it. 200 times. I can't work. Let me do my math. 200 times. I don't know why that wasn't working. Let me clear it all the way out. I'm sorry. 200. All right, that's year one. Year two. Year three. Year four. Year five. Year six. Year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years, you're over $1 million. Almost 2 million. 12 years, 13 years, 14 years, 15, 16, 17, 18 years, you're over 100 million. 19, in 20 years, you're almost $500 million. 21, in 22 years, you're a billionaire. All you need is the discipline. You started with $200 and you double it every year. Stop playing. Go get your family's wealth. I don't have any money. You don't have any discipline. It's not money. Poverty is not a function of money. Poverty is a function of discipline. This is what poor people say, and I'll let whoever was getting ready to talk, I want you to say that. Here's what poor people say. Well, it ain't but $200. Ah!
Well, you're saving money while people are spending money this weekend.
Look, guys, this guy is a network marketing royalty, Dr. Byron Nelson. The floor is yours, brother.
No, I'm brother. You hit everything. It's ironic that I just did 3 trainings on this back to back on 3 different platforms. That really it comes down to discipline. Everything that we're talking about, there's a reason why Jesus called them disciples. Everything comes down to discipline. And those that have the fortitude and to make this, it's not the compromise, it's the sacrifice of truly what you want more than anything else for a short period of time. You're talking about within this vehicle is the difference of somebody being in a plane versus somebody being in a car. They have to go the same amount of distance, but you're talking about getting there in 5 hours versus 5 days. So if you can make a short sacrifice for literally, there's not one person, but what I'm in love with, and Steve just hit me on this because he's on here as well. I don't know if you know that Mr. Carter's on here, but the main thing is just, what are you willing, and when I sit down with a client, the first thing, when they say whatever their goals are, whatever their dreams are, whatever it is that they want to accomplish in life, starting with health, finances, and happiness. Those are the 3 most primary things that 99% are looking for. Health, finances, and happiness. And they all are intertwined. They're all cross-pollinating. And the first question I ask them is, not what do you want? A lot of people are like, well, what are your goals? What are your dreams? How much money are you going to make? The real question is, what are you willing to give up to get what you want? That's what everybody has this, they call it a dream. Michael, you hear this all the time. I have this dream, but it's not a dream. It's a nightmare. You know why it's a nightmare? Because it's a wish. A dream is actually what you do while you're awake. every successful person on the planet. You know, I can remember when Dr. Miles Monroe sat down with me for the first time. I can remember when, you know, I sat down with Jim Rohn for the first time at his bed. And I mean, the price tag, people, and they all had the same conversation in a different narrative. And that was, people never look at the price tag. They always say, this is what I want, but they never look at the price tag. And when they find out what the price is, they give up before they start because they have no mindset that has expanded to understand the price that is needed. Success, there is no layaway plan. There is no, let me put down a little bit here and then a little bit there. Somebody asked me, I don't even know the distinction between a Friday and a Saturday, a Monday and a Wednesday. People say, I need a vacation from who? Your wife? You shouldn't have married her. From your job? You shouldn't have taken it. Like, you don't take a vacation from what you have a passion for. Your dream, your why you exist, living on intention and purpose. And when you find a vehicle as gorgeous as this, as sexy as this, to just, yeah, it's a little complicated, but you tell me somebody worth being with that's not complicated. Is you dating a simpleton?
Dr. Nelson, tonight, my wife and I, she was doing a spreadsheet because I needed to know the number to get on the stream with David Jennings tonight, because David's very analytical. I needed to understand how much we withdrew from our certificates. It was $78,000, and she put it on the spreadsheet so we would be able to calculate that. And I was getting a little irritated because I was clicking so many buttons. I need y'all to hear me for a second. So I was clicking so many buttons. I was like, and she said, what's wrong? I said, babe, this is exhausting. She said, you better shut up. And what she was saying was, do you see how we're making money? You clicking buttons on a mouse, idiot. Nate Hines said, we stand at the microwave talking about hurry up. Guys, we got to check ourselves. We got to check ourselves, man.
And I'll tell you, Michael, to that point, I'm turning right back over to you, but you're triggering me in so many amazing ways. To my audience and to my I call it my tribe, to my community, to my blood, because they are my blood. My team courses through my veins because we're so interchangeable. The one thing I screamed at them out, I said, look, you know what? There's an NFL football game. You will sit up there and watch and be excited at the NFL championship of it going into overtime. You'll be excited for the NBA championship to go over overtime. You'll be excited that playing tennis, that they had a match point. Oh no, it's going another 2. You will sit there for 6-7 hours. You will be on a golf course. And as soon as it comes to business or a business call, you're like, so how long is the call? Get the hell out of me. What, you crackhead? You crackhead. You will watch somebody else make millions and millions of dollars. I had somebody, true story. I literally just amputated somebody from my life. They were just an associate and a friend. And I had some people around me, and the person saw the $100 million contract that Draymond just wrote, and the person said, I need to be their friend. I was like, that's scarcity thinking, to understand that you need to be somebody else's friend that has versus getting your own is like one drop of oil in my water that just stained my entire system. I can't even have that in my space, in my surrounding. That type of thinking, when you know that you can go out there and fish, you can go out there and feed yourself, that you have so many, there's so many people that are in a position to show you how to create a harvest for 3, 4, 5 generations, that you would have scarcity thinking to think that you need to be friends with somebody who has, versus being able to get off your own behind and do something for yourself. Incredible, man. Incredible, man.
Hey, Dr. Nelson, I'm gonna need you to stop awakening the dead. All right. I love the fact that the dead are dead, because those bonuses that we received on June 30th, it's because the dead is dead. Stop trying to wake up the dead. All right. More bonuses for the living.
Ooh,
hey, Mike, this is absolutely amazing. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just sitting here quiet. I'm loading all of those $14,000 in bonuses for the first 30 days in this business. and I'm buying more certificates.
Wait a minute. You've been in the system how long?
26 days.
26 days. What rank did you hit this month?
Both me and my wife hit executive.
Both hit executive the first 20 days. And how much did you earn in crypto rewards this month?
Between the both of us, probably like 16,000, 17,000.
That's beautiful.
And
I'm chasing down.
Nah, you ain't chasing me, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Catch up.
I think we launched at the same time. I'm telling you, I watched it go up 1,000 a day. Michael, me and Dap right head in head because we equally yoked. That's why he's my little brother. But yeah, we cleared, 2 executive positions. I believe right now it's at 20K in 18 days.
It's absolute, man. Somebody asked me, you gonna take out your money? I said, listen, I'm loading these certificates and I'm stacking these certificates over the next 4. I need at least 75 certificates, and I'm about at like 54. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start loading those waters and then start getting up there with you big boys in about 90 days. So, but I'm not touching nothing. I'm just stacking for the next 6 months, stacking certificate on top of certificate because I'm playing the long-term game.
All right, so everybody, look, I'm going to show you this last thing here. So 5,000, we're going to multiply this by 10. 5,000 times 12.5. Why is it 12.5? It's 5% for fintech. Thank you, David Jennings. 5% for renewables, 4% for renewables, and 3.5 for real estate. That's 12.5% on $5,000. That's, did my numbers wrong again. I didn't push my percent sign. 5,000 times 12.5% per week. This is literally this $200,000 is going to pay me $625 a week for 52 weeks. On the front side of the certificate, that's $32,500. Okay? So just know that you can't lose. Just understand you can't lose in this game. 5,000, 12.5% per week. Go to the bank and tell them you want 12.5% per week on your money. That's what I want you to do. You're 20,000. That's 20,000. That's 20,000. Sorry.
Coach, you can always add another 5,000 later to real estate. I mean, we only filled 3. It's not like it's over. You know what I mean? There's still opportunities for more.
What I meant to say was I'm earning 12.5 on 50,000, not 5,000. All right, that's not right. I didn't hit my percent sign. So 10 $5,000 certificates is 50,000 times 12.5%. Excuse me for fumbling that, everybody. $6,250 per week.
They should go ask their financial planner.
For 52 weeks. That 200,000 is 325,000 in 12 months USDT. That's the magic. Plus everything else that happens with all the bonuses that David so graciously set me up on tonight. So thank you guys for joining us. I'll make this recording available immediately. I try to keep it as short as possible, but I got a little exuberant and it took us over an hour, but it's okay. As Dr. Nelson said, people will cheer for overtime and said, I'm getting bonus. I'm getting more than I paid for. And you got more than you paid for tonight. Get out here and share this with as many people as you can. Do not be afraid to share this with high net worth individuals. They're ready. They're looking. They're looking for something to do. Mr. Jennings, I'll give you last words and we'll close out.
I mean, it's as simple as we're making billionaires, millionaires, and witnesses. Just pick one of them. We'll be okay with it.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Ms. Nikki Knox. Thank you, Ms. Tanisha Glassby, for recording for us. We'll make the recording available immediately. Good night, everybody.